Corolla and the Jetta are two nameplates that have existed for over 45 years, and they have come a long way since their humble beginnings as economy cars.
And they're actually pretty comparable. Both cost $28,000 and change. Both are kind of like the mid-range of the line. Neither one of these is fully loaded. Neither one is a base model. Both have small 4-cylinder engines.
They're both actually great drivers, but which one has aged better?
Which one would you rather buy? That's what we're gonna find out. Let's hop in the car. Okay, well, you've got your work cut out for yourself selling me on this Corolla because I've seen how it looks.
That's right. It doesn't look that great, unfortunately. It kind of looks like the Predator.
Yeah, it's got a Predator face going on.
It's got a really squished face. You know what? I will say that even though you don't like it, I think it looks better than previous Corollas.
Which is true. It's better than the previous Corollas. And I also think that the space age stuff kind of continues on the inside and hasn't been entirely successful aesthetically.
Yeah, okay. You can dump on the interior too because it's kind of all over the place and you've got this infotainment screen that's just sticking up out of nowhere and it's kind of wacky. But I will have you know that it's very comfortable in here.
I will gotta say, these seats, these are better seats than I've had in some German luxury cars. These are great seats.
They're really comfy. And the coolness doesn't stop there. It goes all the way around to the dashboard, which is a digital dashboard in here, which can be used for your sat nav and all sorts of things, which this car has. You get inductive charging for your phone.
Everything in here, although I don't like the way it looks, I have to admit, it's of a very high quality.
It feels premium.
It feels nice.
And under 30 grand.
I would say the only complaint I have about the infotainment screen itself is that the graphics are a little on the older side, but I can't fault it for reaction time. Every time you press it, it does exactly what you want, exactly when you ask.
So as for actually driving it, this is a daily driver. It's got a 2-liter non-turbo engine. It makes 169 horsepower. So that's a little bit more than the Jetta makes, and it has paddles. It has paddles. You get paddle shifters
even though it
in a
doesn't have
Corolla.
gears.
It doesn't have gears, but the simulated gears are actually
It's a lot of fun.
quite good, and you can actually even put it in sport mode if you want.
But I would say the only other trade-off I could think of for the size is marginally less back seat room.
Something that also makes this car a small, fun daily driver is the fact that it feels tiny. So it's easy to see out of.
Easy to park.
They've got huge mirrors.
Well, here we are in the Jetta. And the first thing you notice is that it is noticeably bigger than the Corolla.
It is a lot bigger. I don't know if that's a good thing though.
It's a little bit more roomy in the back, but you know, it just kind of feels a bit larger when you're driving it. It's also quieter. The other thing is the interior of this car. It looks pretty sharp.
It does
I like
look
it's got
really
this
good.
cool integrated display. I like that it has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, very sharp looking interior. I like the seats, they look nice.
They're not strictly comfortable though, are they?
They're not shaped for humans. Unfortunately, the looks of those seats, I think, were more important to the Volkswagen designers in making them, you know, fit humans.
I think though is like even though it's a bigger sedan, it has a smaller engine. It only has a 1.4-liter turbo, which is okay. I think it kind of it lets you down when you try and actually overtake somebody. It's not that fast. This is not a fast car.
It's not as zippy as the Corolla, and if your car is slower than a Corolla, bad.
What's a mark against you there?
I would say the touchscreen is cool. It's not as speedy to react as the Corollas, but I find its actual design more pleasing. Okay, so we've driven both. I think we've got a winner on our heads, but let's run through the pros and cons of each and see how they stack up.
Okay, let's start with the Jetta. So, first of all, I think it looks way better inside and out.
I agree. The interior is really nice looking. I like that they integrated the screen into the dashboard. It looks like a quality package inside and out.
I think that the Corolla drives better. Like it just, even with the CVT, it's fun to drive. You get paddles. You've got a 10-speed manual select shift dealy with it.
For your gears.
Yeah, for your gears and your CVT, which is actually, it's quite fun to drive. It's zippy. Also, the spec sheet on this is ridiculous. You get satellite navigation standard. You
Inductive
get
charging.
Inductive charging standard. You get all of this great stuff that you just don't get with the Jetta for the same price point. You got to buy more on this.
Exactly.
That.
We could not have picked two cars at a closer price point. These cars are honestly apart less than $200, I believe, is the split. They are so exactly the same in terms of price, but you get so much more with the Corolla.
You do, but I think what you don't get is the looks.
That is, it must be said that inside and out, the looks of the Corolla, while subjective, are
Worse.
bad.
Okay, you can say bad. I think the overall outside of it has improved. I think the Corolla is a good-ish looking car, but it's not as good as this. This is contemporary classic. This is gonna probably be worn out by the 2021 model.
But if you get it in a dark color, you can't see all the bad fake fence.
And if you're on the inside, you will be more comfortable and you won't have to look at the outside.
So I think then we have to say that the Corolla takes it.
The Corolla takes it. It's the same price for way more features, more fun to drive, and I think it's probably gonna keep its value too.
That is true. And it's also like, you know, just as usable. It has a big trunk and seats fold down flat. It's got everything you could want. The Corolla takes it for me.
Well, then I'm taking it home. See you later, Clayton. Have fun in that.
He's going actually.
Just kidding.
For Driving.ca, I'm Clayton Seams.
And I'm Alex Reed.